Hey yo, it's Nerdcore Dave, hanging out, Nerdcore HQ, the Hacienda, hanging in the Nerd Cave, and I wanted to show you guys the weekend haul here, and I also wanted to show you guys why I want to prove to you guys something about those pricings on these books too. But before we get started, I want to show you something. We made a run today. Because we heard that the Winter Soldier had some Venom pages misprinted in there. Allegedly, there's like 12 pages misprinted in the Winter Soldier #1. So I went to the local comic shop and grabbed a copy for myself and one for Janine. And I went through them, and they weren't in there. So I did a little digging. And as it turns out, not every issue has them. It's only in certain ones. So I don't know, man. You guys might have to do some digging if you're looking for those. I would like to get one for my Venom collection, to be honest. But when I was flipping through this, it actually looked like it's going to be a cool story, so I'm not too upset about getting it. But definitely be aware that it's not every issue, just a select bunch. So this one was all together. So while I was there, I grabbed that Deathstroke Mattina cover I was telling you guys about. A thing of beauty. All hail Francesco Mattina, what a guy. So that's that for today. Now, on to yesterday. So before I went to the one retailer, there was another one that I just wanted to swing by and just check out. The only thing I saw is something I've been searching for, is this Black Panther #6. Now, if you look at this, this is Killmonger, but if you look, well, I guess it doesn't really, yeah, I guess you can tell by his eyes, but there's a new symbiote. And it's Killmonger, so this is the first full appearance of it. So that's why I wanted that, because it's going to tie in. Guys, there's something going on with this, all these symbiotes, and Null's tying into a lot of stuff. So you might want to start watching, because I don't see how this is going to end up being a major event. I bet they'll probably get Donny Cates to write it, I'm sure. But yeah, man, that's cool as hell to see another symbiote. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys real quick that I picked up an entire collection of Alias, 1 through 28, guys. And we all know the beautiful David Mack covers. Now, there's only 2 keys in this entire series, and I believe it's this one is the first modern age Purple Man, which honestly, like, if you're looking for something that's valuable, that's not it. It's like $4 or something. High grade. These are all high grade except for one issue. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. These are all near mint high grade. We'll say near mint plus, except for one issue, and that would be the very first issue, which I was kind of disappointed about. But I worked something out with the guy, and I'll show you guys. And this is what I'm talking about when I say these prices that they have on these price tags. They're not real, man. Now, he had it priced on the high end, because I looked at eBay, and the pricing's on that before I went and bought this. But I talked to the guy and told him I was interested, and he put it to the side. But this was on the high end of what this collection is worth. And this is a collection I've always wanted. If you guys ever notice, when I'm doing my recordings and stuff, there's actually a copy of the Omnibus right there. But so I've read it all, but this is just a collection I wanted singles of for a long time, and so now I'm glad I got them. But the thing is, if you look at when I get down to the first issue, which is the other key, it's the first appearance of Jessica Jones. I actually got 2. I got a second printing, and then I would assume that True Believers is the third printing, so I already had that one. But I got the second printing with it. But the first printing has some issues with it. One, there is some sort of issue with the spine where I don't think it's really compression. Here's the second print of the first issue. He threw that in. That extra price tag was nothing. But if you look, let's see if we can get this here. Can we get a close-up of that? If you guys can see in that light, there's something going on right in here with it. And I was looking at that and I was thinking, it's not too bad. But then I looked up here And if you look at that S, you can see there's a little mark. And if you turn it sideways, you're not going to see it in the bag, but there's almost like bubbles, like almost like if something fizzy was around it and kind of like sprinkled on it or something. Now, I think if I take a Q-tip and just barely dampen it, I could probably just wipe it off and it'll clear up. This spine, I don't know how much of the issue with this spine. If you can see right in here. You guys see that? I can feel it with my thumb. It's definitely like maybe like a pressure. But anyways, I don't know. I'm going to say that at worst, if I have this thing pressed, it's going to be an 8.0. It might be higher, but I'm saying at worst. That's a worst case scenario. But you know what? I'm not disappointed, man. I got a good deal with this. And I've wanted a Jessica Jones, first appearance of Jessica Jones. I told you I'm trying to get all these diverse characters, strong female characters, stuff like that. So I'm pretty happy to get it in general. That being said, I talked to the guy not only because I didn't want to pay the price that he originally had it listed as, but because of these issues, I threw that at him, and he had some other sale going on too. So anyways, from this point on, this has just proved to you guys that those prices aren't accurate when they have them on the shelf. Every book that I show you from this point forward, I got him to throw in as an addition. I went through his back issues and just grabbed a bunch of stuff that I liked. G.I. Joe 46. Always wanted this book. An iconic cover. Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. Always wanted it. Don't have it. So happy to have it now. Batman 497. This is the Nightfall series. This is the issue where he breaks his back. I only have one of these. Now I got two. I'm so happy right now. I only have the first. I think these are the first prints, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you could tell because of the this card that goes up half of it. That opens up. Then I grabbed New Teen Titans number 26. This is the first Terra. If you guys are familiar with the early New Teen Titans issues in the Judas Contract storyline, that's Terra. And got her. Then I also, this is one I've been wanting for a long time, and 48, 49, and 50 I actually wanted to this Green Lantern. This is the first Parallax and the first what's his name? Yeah, the artist. He was the Green Lantern. He's the only Green Lantern for a long time. And anyways, this is where he takes over, but this is the first Parallax as well. That was when Hal Jordan was Parallax and there was no evil yellow entity. So that's cool. Then I found this thing, the Super Comic. Aliete, Superman. La Muchacha Millonera. So this is some sort of Spanish, maybe possibly Mexican Superman comic. I don't know. But wicked as hell. Nab that thing up. Cool artwork on the cover too. Then I've been missing this one from the collection, and this is a beautiful copy of this guy. What if number 50, what if Hulk had killed Wolverine? Shiny! I'm not sure if this was printed with real adamantium or not. I'll have to look into that. But I finally got a copy of that. Happy day. Remember, guys, this is all thrown in on top of what I paid. Well, I paid what he asked for that collection, but I got all this extra stuff. Just to be clear, not great copy of Ms. Marvel number 2, but it's her origin. Number 1 is the first appearance of her as Ms. Marvel. The first appearance of Carol Danvers was like Captain Marvel 16 or 17, I don't know. But this is her first appearance as Ms. Marvel with powers. Was number 1, and then number 2, this is her origin, so that's cool. So I finally got a copy of that. Batman 457. This is the first Tim Drake in his Robin outfit, and for some reason I think this one might actually be worth more than the first appearance, but whatever, I don't know. But it's cool one to have. I think I have 3 or 4 of those actually now. New Teen Titans number 21. First appearance of Brother Blood and a few other characters, including this Night Force preview. Basically a mega key. I don't have a copy. I almost bought a copy for 3 times the price at the retailer I was at before I went and found it at this place. Batman 436. This is the first appearance of Tim Drake. Batman 442. The first appearance of Tim Drake in a Robin outfit, and I would assume that's his cover, the first Tim Drake cover. Unless, wait, let's see. I don't see him on there. So I'm going to assume this is the first Tim Drake cover. New Avengers, number 7. Guys, I think this might be the first Illuminati. If it's not the first Illuminati, it's the first Maria Hill. This is one of the comics that got me hooked on comics. I got this off the shelf back in the 80s. This is DC Comics Presents 85. Superman and Swamp Thing. This is an Alan Moore story. I've been wanting a decent copy of this. This isn't a perfect copy. I would like to get a high grade one to CGC just because it has a lot of sentimental value to me. It meant a lot to me as a kid. Actually, I think my mom might have bought this for me when I was in a hospital. But you guys should read this. This comic is amazing. And I don't even know if there's any reprints of it or whatever, but it's something special, man. And then, we're still going on the throw-ins. Secret Wars number 2. You guys seen this in my pulls before in a dollar bin. Beautiful copy. Secret Wars 2 number 1. First physical appearance of the Beyonder. Batman 492. This is the first Nightfall, part 1 of Nightfall, but this is the second print. I do not have the second print of this, so I'm glad to add this to the collection. But I do have a platinum version, and I think the regular version, I don't know. But allegedly, there's a third print, and it's very hard to come by, so I'm going to be keeping my eyes peeled for that. And then, just a couple goof-off ones for the Christmas collection comics. This Ren and Stimpy number 15, as you can see, this is, if you read only one Demented Holiday special, apparently this is the one. So, one more for the, well, I shouldn't say one more. There's 2 more, because there's Wolverine 49, and that's Wolvie Claws. What can you say? I don't know if you would spell that C-L-A-W-S or whatever. And then, Marvel Age 121. Ren Stimpy holiday issue again. So that's another one for the holiday collection. But anyways, you guys see that I kind of went balls out this weekend. And I'm pretty geeked. Now, this coming weekend is that mini con, and I'm going to see what I can get into there. I'd be happy to just go in there and buy one major key. They said there's a handful of things that I've been looking for, and just to be able to pull one of those. I'm looking for a Sandman, a Lois Lane. There's a whole plethora. Yeah, let's face it, I want at least one of everything, to be honest. But yeah, so that's it for today, guys. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope everybody likes and subscribes to my channel. I got a vacation coming up soon, and I actually want to start working on some video editing and trying to do some stuff besides just making the video. Maybe spice it up, kick it up a notch. Bam, bam. But until then, I guess that's going to be it. And Nerdcore out.